Great, great Saturday evening. Thanksgiving be to the Most High for this dope ass day that we have the great opportunity to be living in. For each moment that we have to be living in. You know what I'm saying? Happiness is not determined by material things, but the level of gratitude that we hold within. Keep that in mind, family. Happiness is not determined by material things nor comforts, but by the amount of gratitude that we hold within ourselves. You can have a lot and still be unhappy. And you can have a little and be overjoy filled. Life is esoterically mysterious in that way. So just, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure it out as you go. It's a great day. We're alive. Give me 1 second. Guess it's not in there, but yo, check it. We have to go through suffering to end up at a place where we feel like what we've been through, you know, allows our current moments to mean something. You know what I'm saying? It is suffering in general that gives our life experience meaning. If we never fail, then we will never know the joy of winning. You get what I'm saying? If we never experience a heartbreak, we will never truly appreciate the joy of actually feeling some, you know, a sense of love for somebody. We will never value it as much. You know, if it were not for people passing, if it were not for, you know, that beautiful truth, that ugly truth that we call death, we wouldn't truly appreciate, you know, the life of those around us. So we have to go through suffering to, you know, get to that other side of pleasure, of joy, of satisfaction. We have to go through uncomfortable circumstances to really understand the value and to appreciate the comfort that we are, you know, fortunate enough to relish in, you know, especially living in these, you know, in this first world country where we have so many comforts, such an overabundance of food, of material, you know, gratifying things that oftentimes we forget that there's still people out there living in mud huts. There's still people out there that don't have a water source, and so they have to dig 60, 100 feet down into the earth just to create a well, just so that they can, you know, pull some water out to drink or to irrigate their fields of crops. You know, we forget a lot of those things because we live in these big metropolitan cities that have us so far removed from the hardships of life that we often take for granted all the gratification and the comforts that we do have in these first world countries, you know. But at the end of the day, as I often say, yo, we're like a third world country, except we just have, you know, iPhones. So our heads are so far up our own, you know, badunkadunk that many of us don't even stop to look up and to really, you know, appreciate or even pay attention to what's going on in our immediate surrounding. So that's one of the things that I wanted to bring up today. You know, we have to go through suffering. Stop trying to avoid the suffering. Stop trying to avoid paying the price for what you're actually going to feel good about at the other end. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to feel good if you go and get a plastic surgery and now you still haven't developed any level of self-discipline to where you can actually appreciate the hard work that you put in. You're going to take it for granted and you're going to pay the price. Care for yourself as you care for the earth. You know what I'm saying? Or care for the earth as you should be caring for yourself. Now, if you lack that care in self, you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price in disease, in illnesses, in debilitating symptoms, syndromes, and disorders that will cause you to, you know, in one way or another, either blame life or ask life, i.e. God, for help because you didn't take the time to respect yourself and to respect life and to respect the good health and life that has been given to you. You know what I'm saying? Follow your inner guidance. Your inner self is guiding you each and every day. Consciousness, higher self, is talking to that lower self each and every day. And if you don't put that little self in its place, that little self is going to destroy you and it's going to put you through so many, uncomfortable circumstances that you're going to wish that you were either dead or unable to feel what you're feeling at the moment in time. Okay? Life is an experience to be had and to be enjoyed and to be embraced. But the moment we stop appreciating, the moment we stop expressing gratitude and we just, go into that state of just wanting and wanting and wanting without paying attention to what is actually necessary, then we're going to fall prey to our own immediate gratifications. And we're not really going to, see how we're falling prey to our own selves. Other than that, it's been a great day. Got up, BS'd a little bit before I got back into my rhythm, meditated, did my proverbial and principle readings of the laws, journaled a bit, sat down and read, for about an hour. After that, got on my face and started banging out the 500. After that, got ready for the dreaded moment and stepped out on my hike. Today was gonna go for 2 hours and ended up cutting it short halfway through, or 5-10 minutes into it. Really 5 minutes into it, I realized that I had forgotten my lower back brace, so that the pack doesn't rub up against my lower back and chafe away my skin. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run until I start feeling like this thing is, grinding away at my lower back, and then from then on out, I'm gonna just head right back home, and whatever, feet started freezing up 10-20 minutes into the whole, ordeal this Saturday. Hands was freezing up, everything was just cold. It was like as low as 19 degrees, but it felt, according to the weather, it felt like 9, right? So it was 19, felt like 9. We walked for about a mile just to warm up the body. Then after that mile went off, I was like, as soon as we hit that first mile mark, we're gonna start running. So we ran, so we did 1 hour and 16 minutes, and it took us 18 minutes to get through the first mile just walking. So we were walking at a 3 mile per hour pace with a 74-pound pack, and it took us 51 minutes to get 3 miles. No, it took us 51 minutes to get 4 miles. So we did about 3 miles in like 40, maybe, I don't know, but we put it in. It sucked, but we just started, repeating some affirmations, repeating some positive words like, let's go, champ. You know what I'm saying? No pain, no gain. Pain is weakness, leave it the body. Mind over body, body over everything else. Let's go. Hard work, dedication. Hard work, dedication. You got this. Don't stop. One more. Let's go. Keep going all the way to the top. We stop when we done. We stop when we done. And we was just repeating things like that. Next thing you know, I got to this pace after I was done with like a few hills, or I was literally almost like full out sprinting and screaming at like about a 5.5 mile per hour pace with the 74-pound. I was surprised myself. I'm like, damn, I'm hauling ass. And I was like, let's go, don't stop. Let's go, don't stop. You got this. Come on, let's see how far we can keep this speed for. And yeah, so it ended up being good, and we did 1 hour and 16 minutes, 4.5 or about 5.4 miles in total. We were out for an hour and 21 minutes in total. So it was good, man. You know, we set out for 2 hours, but like I said, we couldn't meet that. We forgot the brace for our left knee, and we also forgot the lower back support so that the pack does not rub on our lower back. And so we were like, you know what? We're not gonna go too crazy when we're actually missing our full setup for these kind of situations. So we just did enough to where we endure some pain. You know what I'm saying? We got some wisdom out of it, some discipline. We remained consistent with the goal that we had set for ourselves for Saturdays, and we didn't shy away from the suck. And as soon as we felt that we had done enough, you know, we came back. Obviously, we don't just go off of feelings. We go off a little bit of reason and logic, and that's what we utilize today. You know, the reason and the logic. And then, you know, once the feelings were satisfied, then that was all she wrote. Got back, did a nice shake, talked to the little bro, answered some messages to my little niece, ate something, and then took about an hour and a half nap. You know, from like, I think it was like, slept from like 7:30 to about 9 and some change. Woke up, got on the IG a little bit, shared some more content, and then got off and banged out another 500. So today for total, I banged out about 1,000 reps in workouts, did about 70 pull-ups, a bunch of abs, probably did like a total of like 600 reps for abs today alone, anywhere between 500 and 600. Just banged out, I think I banged out 100 squats and about 50 lunges for each leg. So, you know, just a little something to keep the body going. Did some visualization, did some breathing this morning. Might do some more breathing this evening before we take it down. Some more meditation, you know what I'm saying? And obviously drink the H2O and give thanks, you know, for this wonderful crystalline, glorious life that we're able to sip on. Other than that, man, it's just, that's how I see it. It's keeping to the disciplines, keeping to the goals that we set forth for ourselves. You know, some people, it's gonna be their real estate. For others, it's gonna be their artistic skills. For other people, it's gonna be their, you know, their coding, being on their computer for hours, just coding, just learning how to code and practicing their coding. You know, everybody's craft is gonna demand a different level of intention, attention, and dedication, you know, to the craft and to the skills that they need to refine, and to the practices that they need to take up, you know, and persevere through those practices until their skills are refined enough to where they're providing a level of value to the world that the world has no other option but to compensate them abundantly for the value that they're bringing. Everybody's craft is going to demand something different. Everybody's life is going to demand a different level of discipline and consistency and different sorts of action. You know, if you're a competitive bodybuilder, you're gonna spend, you know, 4 to 6 to 8 plus hours lifting weights and then 9, 10, 12 plus or 10 plus hours just sleeping. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, photo shoots and so on and so forth. Whatever it is, man. So for each and every one of us, our purpose is gonna demand a different level of work and consistency and a great level of perseverance. You know what I'm saying? Through the obstacles, through the ups and downs, through the doubts, through the questionings. You know what I'm saying? Like, is what I'm doing correct? Does not matter right now at the moment. I just gotta get this done today. I just gotta get this 1 hour of reading done. I just gotta get this 1 or 2 hours of training done. I just gotta get this, 10, 20, 30 minutes of visualization done. I just gotta get this, you know what I'm saying? These 2 or 3 pages or 1 page of journaling done. I just gotta get it done. I just gotta meditate. I gotta get my 100 push-ups, whatever it is that you set up for. I gotta go on my run. You know what? I still have an hour of walking today that I haven't done. Let me go get it done. Okay, I don't feel like it, but I need to get it done. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I have to take a nap. I haven't taken my nap. I told myself that I was gonna start napping. I gotta go take this nap. It doesn't matter how much I want to entertain myself, busy myself up with entertainment, with social media, with talking to people, with playing games. I gotta get this nap done. I gotta meditate. I gotta focus. I gotta give some time to just not thinking, not doing anything, just being still and just breathing. I have to. We do not have to spend our entire life working for somebody else, slaving like a sheep, like a goat, you know what I'm saying, like an ox that just works on the field every day. You know what I'm saying? We do not have to do that for somebody else. But if we are doing those things for ourselves, that is different. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing that for yourself so that you can be of value to the world, that is very different. You know what I'm saying? Some people are, they're born into financial situations that they don't have to worry so much about working. They can ask their parents for 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, trump like $1 million loan to go out and blow it or make something of it. Some of us are born into financial situations where we don't have that luxury. You get what I'm saying? And so we have to invest our time, our life, our moments a little bit differently. And if we do it properly, if we do it strategically enough, we can put ourselves in situations and circumstances that allow us the greatest possible opportunity for our success to be that much more probable. You get what I'm saying? 12 years ago, I made the decision, or 13 years ago, I made the decision at 18 years old that I was done with high school. That I did not like the vision of seeing myself graduating high school at 24 years old, because I had already been left back basically in high school. You can't get left back, but I was basically left back twice, right? So that's 4 times. I got left back in 3rd grade, in 5th grade, and twice in high school. And I was like, I cannot see myself graduating at 24. So I decided to drop out. I decided to, go to an adult high school, finish high school in 4 months. And within a year of deciding to drop out of high school, I was stepping on 2 yellow footprints at Marine Corps Recruit Depot in Parris Island, South Carolina. You get what I'm saying? And from then on out, that's all she wrote. But I had made the decision that I needed discipline, and that in the streets, I was not going to get discipline. And that, if that meant risking my life to get a level of discipline, I would risk my life. But God be willing, and with me. And I'm not supposed to die during these wars. I would come out the other end of what I would consider myself a badass mofo. You get what I'm saying? I'd be military trained to kill. My body would be a weapon. My mind would be disciplined. And these people would still would actually pay my school 100% and would also pay me to go to school. So I was like, yo, that's a win-win for me. If I make it out the other end, that's a win-win for me. And at the end of the day, how I see it, it's like I'm going to die wherever life decides that it is my time to go. Not when I superstitiously think or somehow allow somebody else to induce into me the fear of death that, and produces that kind of destination for me because I continue to feed those thoughts. Nah, I'm going to die wherever I'm supposed to die, when I'm supposed to die, not a moment sooner and not a moment later. And so here I am today. You get what I'm saying? I'm about to, with God before me, nothing can be against me. So, the goal now is for this year is to start my master's in psychology. Now, when I finished my bachelor's 2 years ago and I was still fighting, I didn't know if I wanted to continue studying criminal justice. I was thinking about going into international law and, probably doing something lawyer, but that didn't feel that didn't jive with me 100%. So I just stopped the college stuff and, also worked on building up my benefits as well, because my kneecaps are going out, my ankles, So I was like, these mofos are going to pay me for all the problems that I'm having on my body. So now, come fall, I'll start again. Now this time I'll go for a master's in psychology. And after that, I'll go for a doctorate in behavioral neuroscience. You know what I'm saying? And it deals with, things that drive me, the mind, psychology. You know what I'm saying? How, society and all that's going on affects our behavior, our way of thinking, our way of feeling, and so on and so forth, and how I can, how I can use that to my advantage, not just financially, but also strategically as it relates to, operating in this collegiate-run matrix, so I love speaking. It will facilitate my ability to speak to a greater number come graduation times and things like that. That's where I believe I excel at, is at communications, right? So I'm not going to go and take a class on communications. I'd rather listen to great communicators that are already doing it and have done it at a grand scale, talking to 15,000, 80,000, 100,000 people, be it in person or through screens, and so that's what I also spend most of my day doing. Like if I daily put 20 to 3 hours of training on my body, I at least put 4 to 5 hours of just listening to other people talk. You know what I'm saying? Listening to podcasts, just consistently consuming knowledge, digesting knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I was talking about, we are the amalgamation, the collection of the 5 people that we surround ourselves with the most. You know what I'm saying? But oftentimes I catch myself thinking, whenever I hear that, I'm like, damn, I don't associate with nobody. But yesterday, listening to my guy, the real Brad Lee, he was like, what if, but if you don't have 5 people of money or with the level of success that you desire, whether it is material, spiritual, physique, you know what I'm saying, intellectual, if you don't have the capacity to surround yourself with those kind of people at the moment because of maybe your current paradigm, your current situation, at least surround yourself with books. You know what I'm saying? With books written by people that were on that level, and maybe one day you do it often enough. Maybe one day you do it often enough, and you might end up there. You get what I'm saying? Maybe one day you do it often enough, you associate yourself with the knowledge of these individuals, because, they could be living or dead. And, one of the individuals that I mostly associate myself with, which I have come to look as my mentor from the great beyond, is the great Jim Rohn. help enough people get what they want, and you'll get what you want in the process. I don't know if it was him that said that or Zig Ziglar. You know what I'm saying? And Zig Ziglar is another great, communicator that I have a whole affirmation list, 15 affirmations of him in my brain. I am I'm a person of integrity with a great attitude and specific goals. I have a high energy level. I'm enthusiastic and take pride in my appearance and in what I do. I have a high energy level. I'm enthusiastic. I said that, I am an honest, sincere, and a hardworking person. I am tough but fair and sensitive. I'm in discipline, motivated and focused. I am a great listener and patient but take decisive action. I am bold and confident and humble. I am an encourager, a great finder, and a forgiving person. I am a student, a teacher, and a self-starter. I am obedient, loyal, responsible, and dependable. I have a servant's heart. I am ambitious and a team player. I am intelligent, competent, persistent, and creative. I am health conscious, balanced, and clean. And I am flexible, punctual, and thrifty. I am an honorable individual who is truly grateful for the opportunity that life has given me. And these and many more other qualities of the individual that I was born to be, and I fully intend to develop these marvelous qualities with which I have been entrusted. Today will forever be the greatest day of my life, and I will continue to make the best very possible use of my day and my time. Because today is every day, and every day is a new moment. Every moment is a blessing, is an opportunity for us to make the very best out of our time, the very best use out of our time. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to spend your entire day working. There is a time to rest, there is a time to work, and there is a time for play. We just have to learn how to balance those things, you know what I'm saying, between rest, work, and play. And rest is going to be different for everyone else. You get what I'm saying? Resting, you can be meditating, you could be sleeping, or you can just be sitting in silence and just enjoying the world. Work is going to be different for everybody. Work for some people might just be meditating for 15 straight years in a temple, in a mountain, in a cave. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of visualization. What is it that you want? The Bible, somewhere in the Bible, this is something that Steve Harvey says often. I think it was Steve Harvey, but it's in the Bible. My people perish for lack of vision, And Billy Osbrook and his mix is called Unstoppable, which I use often whenever I'm preparing for fights, because during a workout it's so motivating. He says vision is the genesis of all greatness. You know what I'm saying? Without a vision, people perish. If you don't have a vision of the future that you desire for yourself, if you don't have a vision of the individual that you wish to become, if you don't have a vision of the things that you want, the places that you want to go, the things that you want to see, the things that you want to experience, then it is damn near impossible to create anything of those things without a vision. Imagination is power. Like, your imagination is pure power. And if we're not using our imagination, then somebody else is going to be using their imagination to use us. This is why it is important to mind our business, to mind your business. You know what I'm saying? To be about your business, because if you don't mind your business, somebody else is going to mind your business for you. They're going to mind it and they're going to mine it. You get that? They're going to mind it for you, and they're also going to mine your business. They're going to mine all the gold, all the treasures, they're going to use your time to their benefit. Time is money. You know what I'm saying? And money equals time. So if you can get a lot of money, you allow yourself to use your time more wisely, and you are also put in a position to where you can make the best out of your time by utilizing other people's time, by paying them for their time. But time is the most important and most valuable thing. And if we don't utilize time wisely, then we're wasting it. And if we're wasting time, then we're not being appreciative of the life that we have. Like I said, everybody's work is going to be different. And if you're scared of suffering, then you're jacked, because you're not going to make the best use of your time if you're scared of suffering. You're going to shy away from the things that you are meant to do. the things that you're supposed to do, the things that are necessary for you to be able to become the individual that you're supposed to become, so that you can have the things that you're supposed to have, so that you can have the impact that you're supposed to have on life. Other than that, it's a great day. You have 168 hours in a week. How you use that time is up to you. How you use that time, it is absolutely up to you. If you allow somebody else to use, those hours for you, that is on you. The more gratitude you have, the better your attitude. The more vision you will have for the things that you desire for yourself in life. The more time you'll desire to create for yourself, as opposed to giving your time away to everybody else. The more intentional you will be with the application of your time, if you choose to give your time to other people and to situations, towards helping the needy, so on and so forth. The more fulfilled you'll also feel with your life, because we're only here to be of value, to be of service. If you decide to go into a mountain because, you think you just want to remove yourself, you're cheating other people. You'll be one less nuisance to the world, depending on how you would have lived. But if you choose to live a good life, then you will be a blessing, a fortune, a gift, a miracle to life, to reality. But hey, to each their own. You get what I'm saying? I can't decide. We all have our life to live, and to decide how we choose to live that life. Other than that, it's been a great week. Started training again, and we're looking forward to becoming more consistent with our training. We're looking to embracing the suck as we ride our bike 5 miles to the gym, with our hands freezing, and so that we can continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? So that when we do have all that we seek, all the extra stuff, because we already have an abundance, we can make better use of it. We don't take advantage in the wrong way. Other than that, you have a great rest of your Saturday evening, an even greater Sunday, an even greater week ahead, and an even more amazing, abundant, fruitful, prosperous, and fortune-filled rest of this 2022. One love.